All right, guys. So let's talk about the Facebook ads proposal that I actually send to clients. And so I included one of the ones that I actually use so you guys can have kind of inspiration and you can design your own sort of proposals based off of this. And I would literally just send this to a graphic artist and change it to be your own images if you want to add things, take things away. But it's easier to kind of have a template when you are sending over a proposal. So let's go through kind of parts of the template just to kind of understand each part of it, and then you can decide if you want to use something similar or take parts of it that you like. Exactly, how we always talk about throughout the course, kind of never reinventing the wheel, kind of starting with something that's already been proven to work, and then kind of making it your own, making it better. So we start off, why Facebook ads? Why Facebook advertising? You want to scale your business, but you don't want to spend a fortune doing so. If you made $1 million but had to spend $999,000 on ads, it wouldn't be worth it, right? So this is kind of a good way to show how Facebook is so much more powerful than kind of traditional advertising. Because, for example, with a billboard, you pay for all of these people to see your advertisement, every single one of them, but a tiny percentage of the people who pass this billboard are actually going to be interested and going to become potential customers, right? And so in Boston, the average billboard costs $23,000 for 1 month, right? 23 grand, and 99.9% of the people who see that billboard are not going to be targeted. They're not going to be, actually interested in what is going on with that billboard. But with Facebook, obviously is very, very different. You can actually target people who want to see your ads, who are interested in your ads, and you're really only paying for people who have already proven to be at least somewhat indirectly or directly interested in what you have to sell, if you are kind of properly targeting, which of course we make the assumption that we would be. How to get real results. So when you're only showing your ads to your ideal customers, you're getting so much more for your money, right? And so we kind of give just some examples of ad campaigns that we ran for real estate agents in San Diego. We show some of our ad spend and some of the kind of results, spending 10 grand and making almost 137,000 back, right? And we talk about why we need an expert. Just like anything else, in life, in order to be successful, you kind of need to be an expert or work with one. When you go to build things for your house, if you don't know how to build, you hire a contractor, right? When you need something, you need surgery, right? You don't do it yourself. You have a doctor. You outsource. You use experts that have kind of dedicated their lives and become experts and develop skill sets that make them experts, which make them worth the money, right? And so, why do you need an expert? We talk about, again, some of the results I have. We talk about how we actually set up campaigns, only showing ads to people highly likely to buy or use your product or service, and then how to appeal to consumer pain points, emotions, and desires to increase conversions. Ultimately, right, my job is to make sure that your business is performing at its ultimate best. Here's what I can do for you, right? We talk about creating a sales funnel, researching and targeting your ideal customer, and then managing the entire ad campaign itself. Right? We talk about what it's going to be, what is going to cost. We talk about the setup fee, and these are my fees, guys. Generally, when you're first starting out, you would charge less, right? Like a $497 setup fee with like a $997 per month kind of campaign management fee. This is the original proposal that I created, years ago. Obviously, these aren't the same numbers that I would charge now. It would be, a little bit higher. Your second month's fee is not due until 30 days after your ad begins. I can drop the management fee to $19.97, but there's a performance bonus equal to 5% of the gross sales that come from my lead. This bonus is only expected if I generate leads within the lead cost estimate. Right? We talk about ad budget, what we recommend they're spending per month. Lead cost estimates, right? $3 to $19. Your initial investment would be XYZ. This includes setup costs and your first month's management fee. So how do you get started, right? We talk about, kind of taking out the friction, emailing us at the email that you want them to actually consider or to send the email to, and then thanking them for their consideration. Thank you for considering me for such an important part of your business. It's really an honor. My promise to you is that we decide to move forward. I won't let you down. I haven't let any previous clients down before, and I'm not about to start now. Best regards, Katie. Right, so use this template. Take what you like from it. You can literally copy it exactly and just change out like your name and email address and things like that, and your own personal results and things. And it's worked for us really well. Clients kind of like having something tangible, and using a Facebook ads proposal similar to this will just kind of give that a little bit more professional feel, and it's going to work for you guys in a fantastic way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and let's get to the next.